Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
Man, a little bit behind on videos, man. I like to get to some of these videos on the desk, and I find a mic when I get a new phone. I'm gonna get the new Samsung. I'll catch up on a few things, man. But my ginger tea, homemade ninjas. But yeah, man. Shout out to Barbara, man. Shout out to her. She sent me the ring. They took over Michael Benson's Twitter page, and yeah, he sent me the Ring magazine post that Munguía is going to be joining Team Canelo and training with Eddy Reynoso. So I found that interesting. Check out the Boxing News playlist. I can call the news. The Ring seems respectable. They got respectable lines. Ducky Fisher, and, Stevie Kim and them guys. So I mean, that's interesting. If I had to be real with Munguía, I think a Buddy McGurk would be good or perfect for him. I think a guy like Ronnie Shields would be good for him. A guy like John David Jackson would be perfect for him. I think his athleticism, he should go with the brothers. I think he got the natural athleticism to really pick up that style. He won't never be a slick fighter. Like Kovalev, he would never be a slick fighter, but he picked up some things from John David Jackson that made him understand slick fighters. He gave him some sauce, and I think Munguía needs some sauce. In my opinion, I think Munguía needs some sauce. I think going to train with the brothers to give him some sauce. Stephen Bredman may help him, but I think McGurk, Ronnie Shields, somebody that can really, show him how to use his athleticism. And I was listening to Tom, went to that Valdez and Navarrete fight, the rematch, and he was saying that a lot of the Mexicans on the low in the section was saying that Eddy Reynoso not giving them good advice, and that Eddy Reynoso was overrated as a trainer, and blase this and blase that, and that was the good word. So I don't really see, maybe Canelo could give him some pointers or something like that, but I really think for him is to get with somebody that can really take his natural gift and really get the most out of it. And I feel like I'm forgetting a couple guys. I think going outside the Mexican network, and I know you got a comfort there or whatever, but I think getting into a gym like Ronnie Shields' gym, getting into a gym, with a black trainer like John David Jackson, I think it'd be really, really good for him. I think that'd be really good for him. Somebody like that. Like, he is not your average Mexican. He really has physical gifts. Like Amir Khan. Had Amir Khan been able, what did Virgil Hunter say? He said that had I had Amir Khan from the beginning, he'd be fucking untouchable. And I believe him. I fucking believe him. There's certain guys that just got that natural athletic talent, that naturally athletic talent. Just things that you can't teach. And I think, Munguía is one of those guys, and Amir Khan was one of those guys. Yeah, I think they were one of those guys that had that talent that you just, and I think him getting with the brothers right now, it's going to take some time, but they're going to show you how to fight behind that jab, how to keep your legs off that, get your legs and your head off that line, how to understand. Look how Kovalev was fighting. Kovalev used to fight behind the shoulder a little bit. Only thing Kovalev really didn't pick up was the inside game, and Andre Ward found that out, and it was a wrap. And I think they knew it from the beginning, to get inside Kovalev power. And you'll notice most wrestlers are good on the inside. Because one of the things you understand on the inside, that everything got to get tight. Defensive guard got to get tight, chin got to get tucked, and you learn to drop your weight on the inside. That way, when you drop your weight, remember they tell you to bend with lift with your knees. So when you drop them knees, you get more leverage on your shots. But Munguía and Eddy Reynoso, I think it's more about Canelo. what I think it's about. I think it's more about Canelo. Showing them some things and teaching them some things. I don't think Reynoso's a good trainer. And you got some trainers that's more motivators. They more game plan in the gym. And you got some trainers that can make great adjustments in the corner. You know? They can see some things that necessarily the fighter don't see. You know, it's hard to get all that in one coach. You know, a motivator, a guy that can make them adjustments. You know, tell you what you, and then also you gotta have a fighter that trusts what they see. They trust the trainer enough. So I don't think it's the ideal fit. I mean, he was better off going to Robert Garcia, to be honest. That's where he should have went. How James Ryan said, Robert! He's better off going to Robert Garcia. For real. He'd have been better going off to Robert. I think his number one pick should have been getting with guys like John David Jackson, guys like Buddy McGurk, Rodney Shields, you know, teachers that really can take his physical talents to the next level. True teachers of the game. You know, Stephen Bredman, I like what he did with Caleb Plant. He got Caleb Plant to stop having happy feet. Got him to, you know, sit on the shot. They ain't the amateurs no more. You can't move for 12 rounds. You know, can't move for 12 rounds. But Eddy Reynoso, you know, despite the allegations of heads, you know, throughout his team, he making them niggas sign waivers now. I don't blame him. If I ain't got shit to do with it, he gonna put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. You know, despite, you know, people starting to question him as a coach, you know, he putting a roster together. He lost Ryan, he lost Andy, you know, but, you know, Oscar Valdez, who knows the future. Then you pick up Teofimo Lopez, who got the best resume out of the young guys. You know, and then to be honest, one thing I do like about him, and I can separate my hatred for him, and y'all know what, yeah, I mean, it's hatred. But one thing I will say about him is he studied. That motherfucker watched film, unlike these young niggas. He studied. I can give him that. You know, he got the best resume out of the young guys. You add him, now you add, you know, Jaime Munguía. So Reynoso gonna stay working. Reynoso gonna stay getting it. I ain't mad at him. So he must be doing something right. And it might just be the Canelo effect. It might be the Canelo effect. And Canelo gonna give you some good advice too. And now the more and more I think about it, I really think Canelo, either he's lazy, but I really believe he held back on Berlanga and Munguía. I don't really think he wanted to hurt those guys like that. I'm starting to believe that. I don't think he wanted to. I think he carried those guys. I think he carried those guys. I think he carried them. Just to keep it up funky. I think he carried those guys. Real talk, I think he carried those guys. And they fights, I really believe he carried them. You know, and that's my humble opinion on it. I think he carried them. Work out for Munguía. He left Morales, got Morales, left Morales, went to Freddie, went back to Morales. I didn't think he looked bad with Freddie Roach fighting behind the jab. I didn't think he looked bad with Freddie Roach. To be real, I thought he looked pretty good with Freddie Roach. Honestly. I thought he looked pretty good with Freddie Roach. And that's the number one thing he needs to do is use that jab. That's why I say he need to get with a true teacher. A true teacher gonna make him fight behind that jab. And them brother's gonna make him fight behind that jab. He gonna use the speed. He ain't gonna just be jumping in and out when he feel like it. He gonna learn some things. He gonna learn the level change with that jab. He gonna really learn how to use his athleticism to his best ability. And a lot of times it's a cultural difference. You know, and one thing I kind of learned, like, you can take something from everybody's culture. That's what America is about. Taking something from different cultures and putting it in the melting pot. I think his best chance was to get with one of those guys. You know, that was his best chance. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good.